Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 8. Please subscribe. Today's lesson is an obvious continuation from yesterday that I see only the past, and that today my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This lesson has a few spoiler alerts in them. I'm pretty sure I'll point them out for things that are to come, things that we will yet learn to understand. This idea is, of course, the reason why you see only the past. No one really sees, spoiler alert there, anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outward. I'm basically making my own movie, projecting it outward for me to see it, review it. It's in the past. It's all those things that have happened. And it's as though I'm sitting in a movie theater and watching my movie. Now, I don't know if my movie's going to be up for an award this season, but it certainly is one that I'm preoccupied with, gets my attention. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers, that I see only the past. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is, as we've spoken of the past couple of days. It therefore cannot understand time and cannot, in fact, understand anything. Why can we not understand anything? Because if I'm in the past, that's an illusion. I cannot understand anything that's going on because I am in the middle of my illusory thoughts about an illusory world. Seeing is done with the ego mind. This lesson will mention a word we'll hear more of later on, and it is vision. So, the next line in the second paragraph is an all-time great line, and it says, the one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not here. And I often add, now. It is not here now. The past is not here now. Why do I spend so much time in it? And then it says, to think about it at all is therefore to think about illusions. I'm thinking about things that are gone. They're not here. They're imaginings. I spend a lot of time, if I'm in illusions and thinking about the past, I'm going over it and trying to rewrite it. I'm trying to rewrite that story and then project it into my movie. So I'm spending a lot of time with should-haves. I should have done that. I should have married him. I should have gone there. I should have. And as I say, don't should on yourself. We are here now. But in this moment, in here, this moment, lies every possibility. So if I'm spending time in illusions and about the past or thinking about the future, I am robbing myself of the great enjoyment and the great understanding of all that can be here for me, all that is offered for me here. The past is not going to offer me anything. The future, I have no clue. But here, right now, is where all things are possible. Very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or anticipating the future. The mind is actually blank when it does this because it's not really thinking about anything. And that's what we have to learn to understand. That to think, to really think, we'll learn more about that coming up very soon. And there's a great line, the thoughts I think, what I'm truly going to understand is if I'm not thinking with God, if my mind is not in alignment with God, I'm not thinking. I really just have this blank, open space that I'm, instead of thinking, instead of aligning, instead of being, I'm reworking what has already gone. The purpose of the exercises for today, okay, I'm not sure if I read the last, because not really thinking about anything, I'm thinking that it's all about illusions, which are not real. The purpose of the exercises for today is to begin to train your mind to recognize when it's not really thinking at all. Remember, this is a mind training, but that almost sounds like it's a cult. It isn't. It is a mind retraining. It's in remembering, because here's the good news. We know this. We have forgotten all of this. So this is a course to retrain, rework, remember what we truly already know, but have laid aside. And so while thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. See, the truth is there, but I have blocked it with all of the veils, all of the blocks that I have put up to keep me from remembering. Recognizing that your mind has been merely blank rather than believing that it's filled with real ideas is the first step to opening the way to vision. That's the other spoiler alert I was talking about. So no one really sees anything, and we want to open up the way to vision. This is where this course will take us. So the exercises are to be done. It's 3 to 4 times again. Do them with your eyes closed, because if we're not really seeing anything, then I don't need to have my eyes open. So I search my mind. I am going to search my mind, see what is there, okay? What am I picturing? And try to, it says, with as little investment as possible, search your mind for the usual minute or so, merely noting the thoughts you find there. And all the thoughts that I'm going to find there are going to be things about the past or the future. Name each one by the central figure it contains and pass one to the next. Introduce the practice by saying, I seem to be thinking about, fill in the blank. And then name each of your thoughts specifically. I seem to be thinking about blank, about this, about an emotion. There's many of those, because they're all associated with fear, anger, anxiety, fear, upsettedness, the list goes on, loneliness. But the mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I'm not really thinking about anything, and it's 4 or 5 times, not 3 or 4. However, it says it might be helpful to include, if you get agitated by doing this, it says it might be helpful to include that into this mind searching. Like, I'm upset by this. Kind of why? So use this practical. This is a practical course. And I used this example before. So my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I'm in a conversation with someone, not somebody, someone. And they're speaking, but I'm not really listening anymore. My mind has wandered off and gone into the past. So when it is my turn to speak, because they've stopped, I don't know what they said, because I have not been listening. I haven't been present. I haven't been having a holy moment, a holy instant with this other being. I've been lost in illusions. We're going to come to realize that that's not where we want to spend our time. We want to be here now. We want to be mindful, as we mentioned yesterday about John Kabat-Zinn. We want to have mindfulness as our practice. We want to be here now, because here, now, is where all possibilities reside and nowhere else. That's it for today. I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please smile. Changes chemistry. And breathe and release, let it go, and pray for the beautiful awareness of being in the present moment. Namaste.